Long shot.
What are you doing home? You didn't quit, did you?
No, I didn't quit. No, the boss sent me to pick up some parts over to a supply house near the university. So, I thought as long as I was in the neighborhood.
Oh, you come home and ravish your wife on company time.
Yeah,
right?
well, something like that. But I don't really have all that much time.
Oh.
What are you reading?
Oh, I'm just trying to get a few ideas on add some personal touches. This place still has Susie written all over it.
Oh, yeah? You don't like the ballet shoes?
I kind of thought we could put our own personal stamp on the place.
Well, decorating costs.
Oh, I'm just talking about a few little things, nothing major. Besides, now that I have my checking account back, we can afford a few things.
Yeah, Wendy, we both know how you can go through money. All right, just as long as you keep it on a small scale.
I intend on putting a certain amount away each week for some other things.
What other things?
Something pink and small and cuddly.
Wendy,
that says,
please
Mama,
don't go
Dada.
starting that again, please.
Why not, Warren? If we can afford it, I don't see why we should wait.
Because I'm not where I want to be just yet. It's going to take me some while before I can turn things around for us. In the meantime, I don't want any distractions.
Sometimes I think you'd like to put off having a baby forever.
You know that isn't true. Wendy, just right now is not the time, okay? Please, just do me a favor. Don't think about it so much. Oh, and also, don't get any ideas about doing anything accidentally, either.
Don't worry, darling. The way things have been going, you can't make babies unless you make love.
What do you want from me, Wendy? I come home every day, my back is half broken. It takes a little out of a guy when you have to work with a jackhammer 8 hours a day.
I'm sorry. I know it's hard work.
I gotta get back. Listen, sweetheart, what do you say? Let's go out to dinner tonight, okay? Okay, why don't you meet me over at work?
Sure. Bigelow's?
Yeah, have it around 6 o'clock.
Okay, maybe I'll get your mind off the job.
Yeah, I could use a nice, pleasant dinner. As long as conversation doesn't turn to kids, all right? I don't want to talk about babies. Okay, I'll see you later.
I'm pregnant.
Honey, that's quite a shock. I was sure that Wendy had left that note on my desk.
No, I left the number. I was going to call the clinic yesterday.
About an abortion? It's Warren's baby.
Yes, it's Warren's baby.
Trimming the fat. It's essential if you're cutting unwanted cholesterol and saturated fat. And for you, here's some vital information. Puritan oil is more natural and has less saturated fat than the leading soybean oil, Puritan's trimmer. And to show the difference, both oils have been frozen. Look, the other brand has hardened and traps the tomato, in part because it has more saturated fat. The Puritan oil lets the tomato fall. It has less saturated fat. Puritan oil with no cholesterol and less saturated fat than the leading brand.
Hey, Artie.
Hey, Muscles.
Hi, neighbor.
Hi, Muscles. How's the body business?
In great shape, Rosie. Here's that roll of bounty I owe you.
Forget it. I don't use Bounty anymore.
You what?
I found a towel with more muscle.
Well, I can relate to that. New bounty?
New Bounty. Tougher than ever.
That true, Arnie.
Tough enough to scrub with.
The cleanser.
Sure. Look, you use New Bounty made tougher. I'll use Bounty made the ordinary way.
Okay. Let's see how tough it is.
You see what's happening to mine?
Yeah, but look at new bounty. It's really holding together. Even after all that scrubbing.
That's one tough towel, eh, Muscles? And it's still the quicker picker-upper. New Bounty. Now, tougher than ever.
Hi.
Oh, hi. I didn't know anybody was in here.
I'm just doing some business correspondence. Why don't you have a seat?
No, that's okay.
No, go ahead. You're not going to bother me. Besides, it looks like we'll be doing the same thing.
What?
Well, you have your diary with you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just keep it with me in case, you know.
Well, of course. You never know when inspiration may strike. Well, you see what I meant by saying that the two of us were doing the same thing. I'm writing letters, and by keeping your diary, well, you're sort of writing letters too. Only you're writing them to yourself.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about it like that.
Sure. And you, after a while, maybe don't read them and pretend that you're getting a whole stack of mail. You sit down and you read them. And sometimes, things that weren't all that clear when you wrote them down start to make sense.
I don't know about that.
Just give it time. And that's something you have plenty of, TR. Nothing has to happen right this minute.
What's the matter? Is she okay?
Oh, how do you know it's Alon? It could have been Turner.
Oh. Well, they sound different.
Well, you've got good ears. You also have good eyes. Did you draw this?
Oh, it's no good. It doesn't even look like you.
It's a picture of me.
See? You couldn't even tell.
Oh, no. I knew it was me, but I'm too embarrassed to ask. I don't want you to think that I'm the sort of fellow that walks around assuming there are people out there who are sketching my portrait.
Well, it's not really finished or anything.
That's a very good likeness. Are you interested in art?
Drawing's okay.
Thank you for sharing it with you, TR.
Do you think maybe I should see if Alon needs anything? I hate it when she cries.
Listen. She stopped crying. And here's the reason why. Mommy to the rescue.
And not a minute too soon, another few seconds, and you would have awakened your brother Turner. Oh, you two have a system, but I'm on to you. I know you're tricked. Yes, I know you're tricked, sweet darling.
Why did she start crying?
Oh, yes.
She was sleeping so perfectly just a few minutes ago.
Oh, my girl. Well, I don't know. Why did you wake up? Did you have a dream?
Babies have dreams.
Oh, sure they do. Yes, dreams without words, though. Here you go. Here, sweetheart. What this? They dream about things without names. Well, I guess I spoke too soon. You woke up your brother after all, didn't you?
Well, I could take Alon while you get Turner.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Can you manage this? Let's see. There you go. Oh, that's wonderful. Hold that up. Good girl. Sweet of you. Thank you.
Did you have a bad dream? Is that what happened? Well, dreams aren't real, you know. Dreams can't hurt you. Nothing's gonna hurt you, Alon. I'm gonna make sure of that. I'm gonna keep you safe forever.
A baby? Honey, I can't believe it.
I can't believe it myself.
Oh, what rotten timing. Just when you got that man out of your life.
I know.
Of course, no timing would be very good to have Warren Carter's child. Oh, honey, I am sorry. I am. It's not the baby's fault. Not the baby's fault who the father is. And I can certainly understand your thinking about terminating the pregnancy.
Oh, but it's a horrible decision to have to make.
Darling, listen to me. Sometimes horrible decisions have to be made.
You're right. It's not the child's fault that Warren's the father. And yet, having this baby, Stephanie, it would mean that Warren and I would be joined together somehow, always. And he'd know he's the father of the child and want to be involved in its life. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can deal with that.
I understand that, and you have to protect yourself from further involvement with Warren. You deserve that much.
Oh, but I can't have an abortion. I feel so heartless even considering it.
Does your Aunt Jo think it would be heartless not to have a child?
Aunt Jo doesn't know. No one knows. I didn't want to involve anyone.
Well, maybe part of you didn't. But part of you did leave that note on my desk. And I did find it. Honey, you shouldn't have to go through this alone.
I guess subconsciously I just wanted to tell someone.
I'm glad you did, dear. I love you, Susie, and I'll do anything in the world to help you.
Stephanie, I don't know what to tell you. I can't ask you to do anything. I don't even know what I'm going to do.
Well, it isn't easy. And it's certainly something that you shouldn't take lightly. But, darling, under the circumstances, I think you've made the right choice. Why don't you let me make the arrangements? You don't even need to be there until it's time to.
Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that, but please don't do anything yet. I have to give this some more thought.
But, honey, if you think about it, you'll only be torturing yourself. Let me do this. We'll do it together. It's going to be painful enough, darling.
Stephanie, it's my body and my baby and our lives. I don't want to just close my eyes and rush ahead. I have to make a decision that I can live with.
Since when did my Safeguard become the incredible shrinking soap?
Since I started jogging, Dad. You can't beat Safeguard's deodorant protection.
Connie?
Since I started working, dear. It smells so clean and fresh.
But what's wrong with your deodorant soaps?
They just don't have that combination of great deodorant protection and rich lather like Safeguard does.
The incredible shrinking soap.
It's the price you pay for being best.
Safeguard, the smallest soap in the house.
Grandma, you make pork chops just like my mommy.
But we end up with the same yucky grease.
My mommy uses Dawn.
Can Dawn handle this mess?
My mommy loves it.
Dawn breaks up grease, takes it away, helps keep it away, so even that last forgotten glass looks clean.
Glass doesn't feel greasy and neither do my hands. Your mommy's right about Dawn.
My mommy's right about everything.
Oh.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
How shiny can Mr. Clean leave your no-wax floor? So shiny you might think it's wet.
Oh, it's dry.
That's right.
Mr. Clean cleans clear to the shine, so it doesn't look dull when it's dry. Mr. Clean cuts through dirt and brings out the shine, so it doesn't look dull when it's dry. Mr. Clean, for a clean so shiny you might think it's wet.
It's dry.
The Mr. Clean Shine.
I can see myself.
I believe in breastfeeding my baby, but I know I can't always breastfeed, so I believe in the Playtex nurser. Because it's a nursing method most like breastfeeding. See, the collapsible bottle and natural-shaped nipple mean less air in Jamie's tummy, less gas, less spitting up, and better than glass bottles, they're pre-sterilized, disposable. So whether you breastfeed or bottle feed, you can believe in the Playtex nurser. It's most like breastfeeding.
I can't believe I could live this long and still be so dumb.
What do you mean?
I actually thought that I could help Sonny in that courtroom today. Star character witness. I was going to go in there and show everybody what a bright, sensitive, terrific, trusting person she is. How full of integrity. When that defense attorney got finished with me, I'd done anything but.
Lawyers twist things. That's their job. The jury knew exactly what he was doing with you.
He made me say how Sonny wouldn't go to the police when she found out that Jack was the one that was sending her all the gifts.
We had to tell a simple truth. The man asked you a direct question.
But there was so much more to explain about how Sonny wouldn't consider Jack a threat. He doesn't fit the stereotype. He's a co-worker. He's successful, but doesn't advertise it. It's very low-key. I didn't get a chance to say any of that.
I'm sure all those things are going to come out sooner or later. Sonny's lawyer's going to find a way to introduce that. Now, come on, Hogan. You're doing everything you can. Sonny knows that.
I just wish that I could do something now. I wanted to be there for her in the clinch. I wasn't there for her when this whole thing started, and I wasn't there for her again today.
Come on, man. Don't do this.
Come on.
You blame everything on yourself, and that's not going to help Sonny one little bit.
Cagney, haven't you ever felt like you let somebody down?
Yeah. But I have reason to feel that way. You don't.
I wish I could do the whole thing over again. Get back on that stand and have that guy listen to the truth instead of what he wanted me to say.
Maybe you will. Trial's not over yet.
I better get going.
Why? I thought you had the rest of the afternoon off for the trial.
I do. But I'm going to get back to the paper anyway. I'm beginning to feel like Sonny does. The office is the only place where I have any control over anything anymore.
Okay. If that's the way you want it.
Thanks for the beer and the use of the confessional.
Look, Hogan, just don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing everything that a good friend can. Sonny knows that.
I hope so. I'll catch you later.
Okay.
Hey, Big, how about a beer?
Sure.
That was your brother that just left, huh? That's tough luck about the two of you.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Take your coat off, darling. I want to talk to you.
What's the matter?
I've changed my mind. I'm canceling your checking account. I just thought I would tell you so you wouldn't spend any money.
What?
I made a mistake. I was wrong to give you the money.
Wronged? Why all of a sudden is it so wrong? I thought you decided you wanted to help me.
I did. And then I realized it was a mistake. It's a trap for you and for me. Honey, the only way you're ever going to stand on your own 2 feet is if I get out of the picture entirely.
You are unbelievable. You know, I think you're turning into some kind of schizo or something. First you take it away, you give it back to me, you're taking it back. What is wrong with you?
It's not what's wrong with me, it's what's wrong with Warren Carter. While you're married to him, I cannot support you. I thought I could and I can't.
That can't be the whole story. Just the other day you're willing to leave him out of it and help just for my sake. You couldn't have changed your mind so quickly.
Well, I did. I thought it over and I just couldn't go through with it.
No, there's something else. I know you better than that. Something happened.
Nothing happened, honey. I just had a lapse, that's all. I didn't understand the situation as it really is.
What situation?
I thought there was more to it than just you and Warren. Newlyweds trying to make ends meet.
What did you think was going on?
I thought you were pregnant.
We're at New York's world-famous Tavern on the Green restaurant. Tonight, we're secretly replacing the fine coffee they usually serve with rich, dark, sparkling Folgers crystals. Let's watch.
It's very, very rich. A rich, tasting, aromatic coffee. It's Folgers crystals. I can't believe it.
I would buy it.
It's delicious.
Folgers crystals, coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurants.
Mrs. Marshall, you don't want this Charmin.
Yes, I do.
This is scented Charmin. You prefer everything unscented.
But Charmin's so squeezably soft.
Now there's a choice. Scented and new unscented Charmin in a 6-roll.
Unscented? Is it still squeezably soft?
Is it called Charmin?
Squeezably soft and no scent.
No scent? Charmin?
For you, scented Charmin. For you, Charmin with no scent.
Makes sense.
Squeezably soft Charmin. Now you can have it scented or unscented.
Sometimes you get a headache you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. You feel you can't escape the throbbing. You need a powerful pain reliever. Norwich Extra Strength Aspirin. The maximum amount of pain reliever you can get unless you see your doctor. And Norwich is pure aspirin. No caffeine, no additives.
Feeling fine, good buddy.
Norwich Extra Strength Aspirin. Pure power, pure relief.
Your spouse may know him as Jackie from Search for Tomorrow.
But there'll be no acting inside the ring when Mark Medal battles undefeated Earl Hargrove on NBC Sports World.
Oh, now don't tell me they've both gone back to sleep already.
Thanks to TR, you should see her sitting next to Alon's crib, humming to her, and Alon can't seem to get enough of it. Love at first sight with those two.
Yeah, well, I noticed that today when I saw TR holding her. You know, I expect maybe she's giving that girl the care that she wished somebody else had given her.
That poor child, she never even had a doll to sing to. Rusty, she's just hungry to give something of herself to someone. There's nothing safer than a baby.
Well, whatever it is, she certainly seems to be more comfortable around here.
I think you have something to do with that.
Me?
Well, you don't ask her questions. You let her know that it's all right if she doesn't want to talk. But the door's open if she does.
the diary. A stroke of genius.
Yeah, she does seem to like it, doesn't she?
Like it? She won't let go of it. I think she sleeps with it.
You know, it's awfully hard not to go overboard with that girl.
How do you mean?
I don't know. You look at someone like that who's never had a single thing to call her own except maybe the shirt on her back, and you want to make it Christmas every day.
Oh, you. Sometimes I think that's a pretty good description of, I don't know, my life with you. Christmas every day. Sometimes.
Well, you know what they say.
What?
Travis Centel, jolly old elf.
What is this, a special strain of elves, the only tribe over 6 feet tall?
No, it's a state of mind. Elfishness has nothing to do with height.
Elfishness?
That's a word.
Elfishness sounds like selfishness. The word is elfin, isn't it?
You know, Liza, I think maybe this is what I miss most since our house became a hostel. We so seldom have the time to have these deep discussions where we can dissect the difference between elfin and elfish.
Do you mind
Mind what?
that our home is turned into a small hotel?
Why does suddenly everything sound like a song title around here? Christmas every day of the week, a small hotel.
Well, I'm nothing if not musical.
Yeah, well, look where it's gotten you. You haven't even had the time to sit down at that piano.
Well, that's not true. Turner and I had a rousing rendition of Chopsticks. But if you're asking me if I miss my music, of course I do. And when things get crazy around here and crazy down at the shelter, I fantasize about being away somewhere. Just me and my piano. Maybe you.
And a loaf of bread and a jug of wine.
Couldn't hurt. And then something happens like this morning. The babies. They woke up happy and smiling. Do you know you actually made TR laugh at something at breakfast? Oh, goodness, the sun was shining. The birds were really making a racket. And you looked at me. And you said something wonderfully insane, like, Liza, you look 16 when you wear that bathrobe. I thought I've really never, ever been happier than I am this very moment.
Did I really say that? That you look 16? What a charming husband I am.
No, you are more than that. You're shamelessly flattering.
Oh, no, I'm not. Now, elves only can speak the truth. It's in our genes. I'll get it. Hello. Yes, it's Travis Centel. Hey, wait, it's a bad connection. Could you speak up a little bit? Yes, Mr. Webster. Yes, I got your cable this morning that there had been a fire on the drilling site, but my impression was that everything was under control. What? Oh, no, I didn't know that. What hospital has he been taken to? Is Mrs. Centel with him?
Lee?
Yeah, well, I understand now. How many other people were injured? Oh, no, I'm going to be there. I'll get the first plane out of here. Now, you tell Mrs. Centel that I'm going to be there just as fast as I can. Thank you.
When did this happen?
There was a fire at the Omega drilling site yesterday. I have to go to Jakarta. Lee's been very badly burned.
Oh, Rusty,
The fire happened yesterday. They just found him 2 hours ago.
Well, why don't I'll call the airport while you pack. Or are you going to take the company plane?
Whichever one is faster. I want to be out of here in 2 hours.
No. I don't believe it. The thin pad can't possibly do it. Give me the protection that I need.
Here's Sure Natural Super. It has extra protection.
I still don't believe it.
Extra protection can be thin because we added extra super fibers to our protection system.
Sure Natural Super worked. It gave me super protection. And it's so thin. I couldn't believe it. The comfort was a bonus.
Sure Natural Super. Such super protection, you'll never go back to thick.
I'm sold.
I'll never forget my first speaking part. There were only 2 words to remember. Money was pretty tight back then, so I started using Suave. After I got discovered, I tried those expensive shampoos and conditioners and made a little discovery of my own. They weren't any better than Suave. They just cost more. These days, it's not hard to spend a fortune on your hair. I don't. Suave just makes me look like I do.
Suave makes you look as if you spent a fortune on your hair.
Thought I was pregnant. How did you think I was pregnant?
Well, I don't know. I just did.
Am I putting on weight?
No, honey, it isn't how you look. It was what you said and your attitude, that's all.
I don't understand. What are you talking about, my attitude? I never said anything to make you think I was having a baby.
Well, you were very desperate about the money. And I thought you were pregnant. I guess I let my imagination run away with me. Oh, maybe I wanted to give you the money. Honey, it's very hard to say no to you. You may find that hard to believe.
Well, either you're no good at lying or I'm getting older and wiser because I don't believe you.
But, darling, I can't deny you anything because I love you. Can't you believe that?
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you are lying about how you thought I was pregnant.
Well, I was wrong, so just forget it.
No, I want to know. Tell me something. Did Warren tell you that so you would give us the money?
No, he did not tell me.
Then who did?
No one. No one told me.
Mother, I'm serious.
Honey, I found a piece of paper on my desk. And it had the number of a family service agency and an abortion clinic. And I thought you'd left it. See? Big mystery. And now I'm going.
Who left the note?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Oh, you know you're covering up for someone. You're too secretive. You never mentioned anything about a note. Of course. You thought I was pregnant. You found out someone else was. It's Susie, isn't it?
What do you mean, tough luck?
You guys have been having a rough time of it, you know, with women. I mean, first you strike out with Susie, and then your brother finds out that some guy's fixed his lady so she's permanently damaged. I would think that's a pretty sad story. What's the matter with you, huh? What have you got against me? I paid you for a job well done, didn't I? I told you that my wife from getting a divorce. She did just fine.
You shut up!
So you wanted to keep the $5,000?
Break it up, you two! Was I never heard of your stupid money? What are you doing?
Yeah, you want to forget all about it now, huh?
What is going on? What are you doing? You love me so much. You're glad that I'm not the one having Warren's baby.
Warren is not fit to be a husband or a father. And Susie knows that. And that's the reason she...
This week on Days of Our Lives. Is Eugene's strange vision terror beyond the grave or an evil trick? Then on another world.
It's our turn to be happy.
Oh, this scares me.
Will Sally risk marriage with David? This week.
Be there.
I used to hate it till I ate it.
H Salt Fish and Chips doesn't taste fishy.
Ah, there's the butter.
What was that?
I'll check.
Hi.
Say hello to the buttery taste of Imperial margarine. Imperial tastes so rich and creamy, you just might mistake it for butter. And frankly, we wouldn't mind if you did.
Weeds pop up in the strangest places. That's why Ortho introduced Cleanup to kill weeds and grasses wherever they pop up, without harming the soil. Weeds in the patio? Clean it up. Grasses along fences? Clean it up. In walks? Clean it up. In planting beds. Even under shrubs. Kill weeds and grasses wherever they pop up with Ortho Cleanup. It's easy with Ortho.